My name's Michelle and this is my Woolly Wumpkins channel. If you haven't already, please do like and subscribe so that you can find me easily in the future and follow me on my woolly adventures. Today I'm going to be taking you along with me as I deliver some yarn to my local yarn store. It's not far away, it's about 10 minutes drive and it's called Ammonite Yarns. I will be showing you the yarn. Let's start that, shall we? This is the yarn that I'll be delivering. Our first colourway here is called Enter the Furnace. Now, you don't need 3 guesses to know why. It's so vibrant and beautiful and warm. We've got hints of fuchsia, we've got orange, we've got magenta, we've even got some grey in there, and it gives this lovely warm effect. Our next colourway that we'll be dropping off today is called Magentic Water. Now this colourway, it's really nice. Isn't particularly nice knitted up, but it's one of those ones that works really well crocheted up as well. I haven't seen a project that I haven't liked yet with this yarn. So it's one that flies off the shelves, as you can imagine. Our next colourway is coming now. Here we go. This is called Abbey Berry. And the reason it's called Abbey Berry is because my daughter-in-law Abby, the first time she ever dyed yarn, this is the colourway that she came up with. So it's a little bit blurry, but it says Abbey Berry and it's immersion dyed. Our next colourway, oh, this is my newest colourway. Now this has to be seen because it's one of those colourways you find yourself just staring at. It's absolutely beautiful. And I can't wait to see what people make with this. Now, there we go. Let's adjust the blur. It's called Welsh Slate Hides the Mermaid's Tears. And we'll explain later why it's called that. Here's another one that just has to be seen in real life. It's so delicious. Wet in Wales. All of these yarns are on a superwash merino and nylon sock weight base and are suitable for shawls, socks, scarves, hats, mittens. Now this one is another lovely one. Granite Marshland. And here we have different colours of blue, green and grey. This one is similar but without the grey. So we've got blues, greens, light greens, and it's called Green Grass, Green Grass, Blue Skies, Perfect. Because, you know, driving along the valleys on a beautiful day, it is perfect. This is my signature Ammonite turquoise. As you'll see when we get to the shop, this goes along with the pattern that I wrote, Ammonites and Seafoam. Really complements the pattern well. We're going to talk about this also at the shop. This is called Dark Water. And it looks a bit similar to the next ones, but let's see if you can see the difference. I'll tell you what the difference is when we get to the shop. There we go, another beautiful colourway. So I'm about to take all this lovely new wool now down to Ammonite Yarns. So let's go before the rain catches us again. So we've arrived at Ammonite Yarns and this is the main street in Pontyclun. There's the shop a little bit closer up. So this is my favourite local yarn shop and this is where I bring my yarn most consistently, I would say. The only times there won't be any of my yarn in their store is if we're at a show together. But I try to leave it till just a couple of days before the show, and I always try to bring it back within a couple of days after a show, so that there's always a good range of my yarns there. So let's go and make sure that empty shelf that's been there from our recent show gets filled up again. Okay, let's jump in. There we go, into the store. And here we are. Hello. I'm just going to pop my camera by there, girls. Oh. How are you both?
Very well. How are you, Michelle?
I'm good, thank you.
How are you finding this lovely weather?
It's beautiful. Beautiful rainy Welsh weather. Not very good for my hair, but the rest of me can cope.
We can live.
Yes. What are you knitting there, Jenny?
It's a uterus jumper.
Lovely. If anybody wants to know what that is, I'll send you to Jenny's. Yes, ask Ammonite Yarns on Instagram or Facebook. So I brought you a lovely new yarn. I can see over here. You're all ready for me. Well done. That's lovely. Okay, so I'll just bring the yarn around to you. And shall we stock it now? Yeah.
Let's have a look at it now. I've got my handy little tabley thing. Let's see what we've got, because it's some new colours, isn't it?
Yeah, yes. Let's pop this up here. So, up there. So, firstly I brought our staple Ammonite turquoise.
Yep, which goes beautifully with that one.
Yes.
Great.
And it's also the yarn that's featured in my Ammonite and Seafoam pattern, which you can purchase here as well at Ammonite Yarns. There we go. Okay, so I always tie two together so that if you're going to purchase the shawl, then you can be not 100% because every skein is unique, but you can be sure that it's going to work together well.
Yeah.
You're not going to get one that's deeper turquoise and then one that's really patchy. So
how many pairs of those? I put those on with the pattern and the sample shawl. There we go.
Right.
So
now this one, I've dyed this one. This is the new one, the new batch for you, because you're writing a pattern.
That's right, I am.
And you're using this colourway.
We are. Do you want to grab it, Jenny? We'll do a spoiler.
I've sprung this on.
I wasn't expecting that one. It is ready to see.
But you can have a look at the lovely colours whilst we're
gorgeous, isn't it?
Yes. So I'll let you take it and have a look at it.
So this is another one where we wanted to put together one skein of Michelle's beautiful yarn with something else. And we thought we'd try a new technique this time.
Don't you see them?
So we put it with just the plain black from West Yorkshire Spinners. Oops, I just dropped the ball band. And we're making a cowl, which is I've just finished. I cast off this week, so it hasn't even been blocked yet. But it's the helical knitting technique, so you get one row stripes in a lovely spiral. It's great. And there's a hat, and there might even be some mitts because we've still got quite a bit of yarn left. And there we go.
Looks really good. I can't wait to see that when it's been blocked.
We'll drop these otherwise.
So, because we're featuring this colourway, we've got
lovely. They look so nice as a group.
Like a bunch of flowers, isn't it?
Yeah.
or like holding flames.
Yes, holding real flames. Don't drop them.
No. Shall I pop them?
Yeah, do you want to pop them there and we'll
I'll let you rearrange them all once you.
Oh, Jenny's the expert with the colours. I like to do that normally.
So I brought some lovely Magentic Water because
it's really popular.
Yes,
yeah, really
your
popular.
customers love this. And if they phone me and ask me for any extras, it's usually got this attached to it. So you'll have had a close-up of it earlier on, but here it is going up on the shelf. And then another favourite is Abbey Berry, because this looks really lovely knitted up.
It's a really good autumnal shade as well, that one.
It is. It's really lovely. So, pop this up there.
There's it there. Now we're looking very red. What else have we got?
So now we're going down the. We'll go
cool
through some
off there.
greens first. Yeah. So we've got a couple of. It's called Granite Marshland. because the inspiration of this was on the way to Cosmeston Lake. And as we're going up there, there's some granite on the side, but it was in the marshland. So
there we are.
there isn't a photograph for that, but it's in my head. I took the mental snapshot. So that looks really nice.
Yep.
You can see this colourway knitted up in my afterthought heel and afterthought toe tutorial. It's what I used for the sock tube. So you can see that how well the colours work together. And you can see, if you fancy making a sock, what a sock will look like with it. And then this one, actually what I've done there, I've given you
Oh, have you given me
one of each.
one of each? Oh, yeah, that
This
one's
is the
got more
one I
blue
need
in,
back.
hasn't it?
And I'll give you that one.
So
So
that's
there are
the
two.
other granite.
Yeah.
There we go.
So this one now is called Green Grass, Blue Skies. Perfect. What a perfect day. Especially in Wales.
Don't get that many.
No. We get beautiful green grass and the sky is blue, but it's usually full of clouds and rain as well.
Often is.
And there we go, some of that.
I'm going to put these separated so we don't get them mixed up.
Yes.
There we go.
Next, now I've come to the end of the dye brand, but they don't make it anymore. So this is called, let me just check. This is called Dark Water, and it's the blue now.
Oh,
It
is it
doesn't.
changing, is
Yeah,
it?
they've got a slightly different recipe.
Oh, okay.
So they're the last two of those.
Ooh.
So whoever gets
Get
those,
them while they're here.
you're one of a kind.
They're my kind of colours as well, though.
Yeah.
So beautiful. Yeah.
And that would look nice as a shawl as well.
It would,
I've
wouldn't
seen
it?
that
It's
in the
nice and
shawl.
subtle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really nice. So the replacement for that one, it's the same dye technique, but if we put them close,
Oh, they are
they're
different.
very
colour.
close, but they're different.
Yeah.
So I've
It's got the
changed.
same feel to it, but
Yeah.
the colours aren't quite the same. Yeah.
So I've changed the name from Dark Water to Deep Water,
Ah, okay.
which is more fitting really, because when I picked this colourway, I was looking into deep water, and I was thinking of tap water, how
Yeah.
transparent that is, and that water was dark, but this is a more accurate one because it was dark because it was deep.
So we need to make sure we don't get these mixed up, don't we?
Yes. So for now, I'll put them by there, but I'll let you
We'll probably
expertly
rearrange at some point.
rearrange. Yes. Now this one, this is a new colourway,
Oh, okay.
and there's only two here, but I'm going to be dyeing you a lot more with this next week because everybody seems to love it.
That's good.
It's called, now the Instagrammers chose this name, and you know I like my long names.
You do. You do.
This is Welsh Slate Hides the Mermaid's Tears,
Ah.
and you're supposed to picture a mermaid crying, sitting on the beach with Welsh slate and the sea lapping up against.
Ah.
But they're
Very evocative.
yes, they're happy tears because it's such a beautiful surroundings. There you go.
There's all kinds of shades in there.
Yes.
Sort of deep blues and greens and a bit of purple.
When you look at Welsh slate and wetty, you
Yes,
can
the
get all
colours
the
are amazing.
greens and the blues
Yeah.
and purples even.
Yeah.
But there's only a hint of
Just hints of it.
Yes.
Great. I think we saw some of that at Yarndale. You had some
we
there,
did,
didn't you?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we did. And then the last colourway for today is called Wet in Wales.
Just flinging it down outside.
You may think that's not a very nice name, but I live in Wales. I love Wales. I love living in the wet because everything is so beautiful because of
Yeah.
it. So I thought, come on, let's embrace where we are and the weather we get.
And the weather we get. We do.
And
But it does make it beautiful and green all year round, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah, if you go sort of to the east side of the country in the summer and everything's going a bit brown, whereas here it's still beautiful and green. Lovely. Thank you, Michelle. Those are gorgeous.
So it's just a little update, but I'll be back next week, and I'll be back the week after, and possibly the week after that.
Oh, this is exciting. Put it in the diary.
So just a little sneak of what I'm going to be bringing. There'll be more new colourways, but there'll also be some sock making kits, so that you can either give them as gifts, or if you want to give the gift of a finished pair of socks, but you don't want to knit the whole sock, these kits will be perfect because you can choose your colours, and you can choose your toes and your heels. It can be different colours, and we'll get it into a kit for you. So that's coming very soon.
Great. All right, we'll look forward to seeing you soon then, Michelle.
And thank you for letting me film you whilst I was here today.
Oh, anytime.
That's lovely. So, I'm going to head off back now, and I'm going to show the people watching a little view of us, the distance between us, to show them how close we live, and a little bit of the beautiful countryside that surrounds us.
With its beautiful rain that we have today. Yeah,
Yes.
that'd be great.
Before I go though, shall I move this now?
Oh,
Just don't want
I'll
to
take that and I'll take that.
I was just wondering, with COVID and everything, obviously lives have changed greatly.
It has been quite challenging at times, yes.
Yeah. And business lives have
Yes.
been worst hit in some ways.
But we are starting to get back to somewhere near where we were before. I mean, we have now restarted face-to-face lessons and our drop-ins as well. So we're limited on numbers, and we have got some COVID restrictions in place in terms of mask wearing and distancing and so on. But yes, we have had people here learning things. It's been so exciting.
How did it feel on that day?
Oh, it's been great. Yeah, it's just it was very strange to begin with, because we're used to just me and Jenny being here and customers coming and going, but then to have actually people sitting and having a conversation and showing each other what we're making and helping people, it's been really good. Yeah, really good.
Because Ruth and Jenny, they've been really good. They've had a Zoom drop-in every week, or most weeks, to get us all through the COVID. But before that, they had an in-person drop-in. Is it on a Tuesday evening?
So we're doing Tuesday evenings and Friday mornings.
Ah, there we are.
So the times are all on our website. At the moment with COVID, we're restricted on numbers, so you do have to book ahead, and that's all on the website and our Facebook page as well. So just get in touch.
Yes. So if you're local and you're able, I can vouch for them. They're safe enough to come and visit.
We do our best.
And they're very nice people as
Absolutely.
well. And they'll enjoy seeing you and your projects.
Yeah.
Let me have a little think. Was there anything else that I was going to ask you?
Anything else? Can you think of anything else, Jen?
No? Okay. So we're going to go now, and we'll see you on the journey home.
All right. Take care. Bye for now, Michelle.
Bye. So this initial film is a little bit fuzzy, but it does show the difference in terrain here. So it's quite flat as we leave Ammonite Yarns, but still very green, and you can see autumn is in full sway with the beautiful colours on the leaves changing. In the distance there you can see the mountains are starting, and I don't know if you can notice, but there's starting to be an incline, because where I live is up in the Rhondda valleys, and they're down in the flatter Pontyclun. So throughout the whole journey we're actually going up higher above sea level as we go, and you'll start to see the change in the terrain. So it's beautiful here, but it's also beautiful up close to where I live. What I'll do when we reach the next roundabout, I will speed up the journey, because it takes about, I think on this day it took me 12-13 minutes, something like that. You don't want to be watching the whole journey in real time, do you? So here we are, we're at the roundabout, and as you can see now, we're heading up and up. We're out of the urban area. We're heading now to where it's mostly mountains and hillsides, with houses and traffic flowing along the bottom, mostly the bottom of the valley, alongside each side of the river. So let's speed it up a little, shall we? That's a bit better. So you can see the mountains in the distance. Green trees, autumn coloured trees. They haven't quite turned the red autumnal colour that a lot of them do yet. But you can be sure when they do, you'll see it reflected in my colourways. So we're almost here now. We're approaching Pontyclun. You can see the mountains of Clydach in the background. And here we go. We're nearly there. So I'd just like to say thank you for joining us today on our journey. If you haven't already, please do like and subscribe to my channel so that you can get to see all of my woolly adventures. And I'll see you next time. Bye.